Ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, first, I want to thank you all, honestly, for giving me the chance to chat with you. I'm very excited about that opportunity. In fact, mostly I'm excited about seeing all of you and connecting with so many of you that I've known for a long time and some new folks. I'm wildly impressed with 133 members and all the folks who've shown up. So I appreciate that, the chance to chat with you. Um, as you may know, I'm a winner. Like my colleagues Teresa and actually other folks you've mentioned, as of Friday at 5:01, I had no opponent, so I've been taken off the ballot. Yeah. It's important for a lot of reasons, which I'd love to discuss with you. Chief among them is that's about 200 hours that I can spend on something else, and I have two something else's that I'd like to talk to you about. And of course, the other resources, financial and otherwise. I will mention that I was endorsed by the CTA, as I always have been. I've been on this board for 13 years, and I was on Benicia Unified for 5 years before that. Um, and I'm also endorsed by the Labor Council, which I always have been. So I would love your support. I would appreciate it. But more importantly, I'm going to ask you to help me to work on two campaigns. The first is Catherine's. Love to chat with you about why that is so significant. Catherine, who's running in Trustee Area 6, it is critical that she get on that seat. And if you ask me a question about that, I will tell you. The other race or person that I think deserves our attention, support in every possible way is Kay Patrice Williams. So happy to discuss that. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. I do have some standard questions, and since I have you
Okay.
here, I get to go ahead and ask them.
I'm going to try to turn them to the two things I want to talk about, but
I know,
okay.
I know. Okay, what do you think the biggest challenge for SCO will be in
Uh,
the coming 4 years?
Okay, so it's always money is always the first issue, right? And given the uncertainty of federal funding, that's particularly significant. So we're always going to be looking at that. That's always going to be important. I'm very proud of the work that SCO has done with budgeting and also with pulling in grant money that we distribute all across the county and beyond. I'm excited about Nikki Parr being the head of that effort, and I think she's doing a great job. So I'm happy about that. The other challenge, which we're really going to face, and which is so important that we have a teacher's voice like Catherine on our board, is the onslaught of charter efforts. I'm a true believer in public money being spent on truly public education. And while I can never foreshadow a vote, that's illegal, I would never do it. I do think it's important to have that teacher's perspective so that we can understand the impact of diverting funds to charters. I have no doubt, none whatsoever, that if Catherine is not elected, that charters will come knocking at the door. There will be a shift. Um, so I think that's important. And then we have a stronger focus on mental health services as time has gone by, and I hope that we and expect actually that we are able to even expand on the incredible work we've been doing thus far. So that's the
What,
top three.
okay, what is your plan for special education within the county?
For special education within the county,
Mhm.
well, I'm not sure. That's a pretty broad question.
It is. I mean, the
Um,
SCO has a lot of responsibility within special
yes,
education within the county.
yes.
There have been a lot of movements to take direct control of special education from the county and put it back in the districts.
Okay,
So
I
is your
understand.
okay?
I understand. I would disagree that it's a lot, but yes, there has been some movement to take it back for the moment, and there's a variety of reasons why that's occurred. And it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. I think you're referring to Vacaville. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Certainly, that's their right to try to accomplish that. It has happened before that districts have come in and out of contract with us, essentially. Um, but it remains, I think, for the board in particular, our role is to uh, shed light on the circumstances around special needs students, right? Well, that is our direct jurisdiction. The kids who need us most, the most vulnerable kids, foster care, incarcerated, homeless, and all of the children with special needs. So, as a board member, my number one role in the area of what to do about special needs and how to impact special needs is to give voice to it or give an opportunity for those who need it to give voice to it. So we're policy directed. We're watching everything that goes on, and I think the most important thing is to pay attention to it and make sure there's an opportunity for others to be involved with that.
How will you ask for accountability for any charters?
Oh, well, I guess you haven't watched me do this before. You know, I'm an attorney by trade, and I work incredibly hard to make sure every detail is watched every time. We have one charter school that we have currently authorized, and as I'm mentioning, I expect, depending on the makeup of the board, we will have others come. And they have to report accurately. They have to meet every standard they're required to. There are layers of the way that happens. There's a contract, an MOU with the authorizing agency, which would be us. And they also have to meet statutory obligations. They are different, but they do exist. There's really three layers that they have to address on a consistent basis, and they just have to be held to those standards. I will also say, as you may know, we are the appellate body for all the decisions made at the district level. We have 6 districts. Um, and it's similar there. They have to be able to clearly articulate, clearly maintain. Oh, I have so much I could say on this.
You can finish out your thought.
Okay, clearly I take anything. We're tough. I'm tough
Okay.
on and that it doesn't matter if it's charter school or anything else. You know, my nature is to really issue spot and look for the details and make sure they are dealt with.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for appearing before us. Even though you have won your election, that doesn't mean that we don't want to hear from you. So,
Okay. I okay. If I could, I'd just leave with that. Please take a hard look at helping Catherine and also standing up in support of Kate Patrice Williams, who is absolutely facing an onslaught of horrific racist and misogynist memes and everything else. She needs us to stand up for her and to tell those folks what they're doing is not okay.